So you need 2 blocks and a bolster and a blanket for this practice. And we'll start in a supported child's pose. So as high as you want that to be. If you want 2 bolsters or just one, however you want to do that. Bring your knees to either side of your setup here. And you want belly supported, you want chest supported, head. Bring your arms to wherever you want them to be. And make yourself comfortable. So if you want a blanket under your knees and shins, a blanket rolled under your ankles, or a blanket to sit on, sort of tucked under your rear end and on top of your heels, to alleviate some of the pressure that comes into your knees and into your ankles. Make this feel soft and supported. And if you have your head turned to one side, we'll turn it to the other side in a little bit. For the time being, just feeling supported. Let yourself sink in. Creating a little space in the spine. Some compression in the knees and the hips. If you have your head turned to one side, turn it to the other side. Slowly make your way out of that. The trouble with starting in such a juicy posture is that you may not want to leave. So slide your props over to the side. We'll need them at the end. Come to hands and knees. And lower down to your belly, the way that we do, nice and slowly, hips, belly, chest. And as soon as you arrive, lift your chest, lift your belly, lift your hips, lift your thighs, come back into child's pose. So we'll do that a few times. Do this at your own pace. So if you wind up wanting to stay in child's pose the whole time and not moving at all, totally great. Whatever floats your boat here. Inhale up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale back. And so on and so forth until we're done. Exhaling down. Inhaling up and back. Two more times. And stay in your child's pose for 2 full breaths. Come up onto hands and knees. And into your down dog for 3 full breaths. When you're finished with the 3rd breath, walk up to the top of your mat into your forward fold. And if your blocks are already stacked, maybe you let your hands or elbows rest on your blocks to give your wrists some relief. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up into standing. Pull your hands into heart center. And step your right foot back into crescent lunge. Once you've kind of established this like wide stance so that you're nice and sturdy here, lift your heel up. So you can do either really, but today lift your heel up so you're really pressing into the ball of the foot. And send your hands behind you, interlace fingers. And lift your chin and chest. Maybe you bend your elbows and bring your fists to your sacrum. Maybe you leave your hands down where they were. Maybe there's a little more depth in your crescent lunge, a little more bend in your front knee. Squeeze your buns on your right side. Just notice what happens there when you do that and if that works for you. And inhale, arms up. And exhale, plant your hands. Step back into your plank, lower down onto your knees and into your child's pose. For 3 full breaths. When you're ready, come up to tabletop. Into your downward facing dog. And walk forward into your forward fold. Again, maybe you give your hands a rest here, your wrists a rest. By letting arms come to the blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale into standing. Exhale, hands to heart. Step your left foot back into your crescent, nice and wide. Unless you're looking for a balance challenge, in which case, narrow, knock yourself out. Send your hands behind you. Big opening in the chest. Maybe knuckles come to the sacrum and you have a deeper lunge and you squeeze the left side seat and you lift the chest. Lift the heel. And release the arms. Inhale up. Exhale, frame the foot. Step back into your plank, to your knees, back to your child's pose for 3 full breaths. Make your way up. Come down to your belly. Bring your hands, let's bring them wide into that beloved tented finger, elbow up, Spider-Man, Spider-Person, Cobra. Where we lift the chest. Maybe just as high as you want today. Or anywhere you want it to be. 3 more times. Inhaling on the way up. Exhaling on the way down. And slide your hands in nice and close. Press up into your tabletops. If you moved your blocks, move them back to within reach near the top of your mat. Come into your down dog. And we'll lift the left leg. Pull the left knee into the chest. Slide the foot through between the thumbs. Dial the right heel down. And bring your blocks to the outside, to the pinky toe side of your left foot. Bring your left hand to the block and open the right hand toward the ceiling. Take a big inhale breath here. Press into your feet, firm your belly, warrior 2. Bring your left hand back down to the block, sort of this extended side angle posture. Both hands come down. Lower down onto your right knee. Bring your left knee back to meet it. Slide your blocks over to the right. Come into child's pose for 3 full breaths. And press yourself up into tabletop and into your down dog. And lift your right leg. Pull your right knee into your chest, slide your foot through. Blocks come to the right side of the right foot. Dial the left heel down. Plant your right hand. Left fingertips reach up. Take a big inhale. Exhale, firm your feet, firm your belly, warrior two. And the right hand comes back down to the blocks. Left hand comes down. Left knee comes down. Move your blocks out of the way. Right knee comes to meet the left. Child's pose. 3 breaths. And make your way up. And slide your blocks out of the way. You might want them a little later. Maybe, maybe not. Come to your tabletop. And then 3 more child's pose flows. If you're over those, if you're done with those, don't do them. Find a nice comfy place to be. Otherwise, exhale down to your belly. Inhale through cobra and back into child's pose. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit back. Inhale up. Exhale down. Lift. And child's pose. One more breath. And up into your tabletop, grab your bolster and bring your blanket crosswise across the top so your head can be supported. We're coming into fish, or just a supported chest opener here. So if you want your blocks under your knees or under your heels, or like in a supported reclined bound angle, ooh, that might be nice. But bring your hips right into your bolster. If you're gonna do reclined bound angle, bring your blocks and your legs into position first. Then readjust as needed. Bring the blanket under your head, under your neck, blocks under knees should you choose. Arms out, arms in. Or fingers interlaced under your head. If you have your legs in reclined bound angle, just kind of see if you can line up your toes. Just push each toe into its partner. Push the balls of the feet together, the heels together. If you have your arms, if you have your hands free, bring your thumb and forefinger to touch on each hand. Your thumb and your middle finger. Thumb and your ring finger. Thumb and pinky finger. And then all fingertips joined on each hand. And let your hands relax. And find your breath. And be still. Keep everything the same except for change your arms to give yourself a hug. Doesn't matter which arm is on top, just remember which is which. Just let your hands hang next to your shoulders. And send your fingertips up to the ceiling and switch the arm that's on the top. Unwind your arms. If you're in bound angle, move your blocks. Bring your knees closer to each other. Roll off of your bolster. And come all the way down onto your back. Let your legs come out long. And find 3 full breaths here. Roll to your side. And come to seated. And send your arms out and up. And pull your hands down. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace.